I know we're late, but we're here.
Yeah. The mommies were out of...
She was gone. I was gonna do a solo video, but I feel like they hit different.
Yeah, it just hits a little deaf. Both of us have fresh hair, we just dyed it.
Even though my root looks bad here.
You missed a spot. It's okay, we did my roots last time, you missed a spot right in the fucking front, so...
I always miss some kind of spot. That's what happens when you're doing your own hair. Okay. Let's give us some hot topics. Kelsey, the elephant in the room, should we discuss it?
I am going through a slight breakup. The thing is, breakup is a huge word for what I'm going through. Can't really classify it. Basically, it's one of those things that you go through when you're dating someone where you get to a fork in the road and you're either going to become boyfriend or girlfriend or you're going to part ways as friends. And we just kind of parted ways as friends, I suppose.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard. I never anticipated it to be crazy serious just because of his age and where he is in life and kind of like how he ended his last relationship. He wasn't really looking for anything serious, so I didn't think that was all of a sudden going to change for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really expected much, but it caught me off guard that it was so soon and sudden.
Yeah.
Like, just like one day we're good, the next day it's like, okay, yeah,
But
bye.
I feel like that's also for the best. I would rather it...
For sure. Oh, yeah. I'm just glad that...
If someone doesn't see it,
And I think he's like he just doesn't want to be a bad guy. He doesn't want to, I don't want to say cheat because we weren't... He doesn't want to, like...
It's cheating because you...
He doesn't want to do anything shady. He'd rather just end it so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And yeah, we can hate him for that, but like honestly, he did the right thing. Like that's the right thing.
Basically saying that he wants to hook up with other people.
Yeah, but that's a good reason to break up. That's a good reason to end something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can't fault him for that.
I always say I'd rather you tell me.
Exactly.
I'd rather you fucking tell
Honesty
me.
is the best policy. I would much rather him do that than do the other boy thing when boys,
But my pet peeve is when they do the thing where they're like, no, I don't want to hook up with anyone else.
That's a load of shit.
And then they do immediately?
Yeah. It's always sus to me when it happens so suddenly because I'm like, oh, you literally clocked a bitch.
You have your eye on someone.
Yeah, I'm like, you clocked a bitch, you want to fuck. Been there, done that. I'm like, babe, I've been around the block before. Yeah. I think I've seen
You're like, these streets are home.
Like, I was like, don't act like I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you clocked a bitch that you wanted to hook up with. You clocked a bitch you want to hook up with, and you're like, shit, I gotta end it with Kelsey so I can fucking DM this bitch or follow this bitch or whatever. The case may be.
Yeah.
But that's fine, whatever. No skin off my nose.
I got broken up with literally, the guy was like, I just don't want to be exclusive anymore. I was like, so you want to fuck someone else? And he's like, no. Literally that night, I saw him in the background of someone's story kissing someone.
There's always a fucking reason. Like, what else wouldn't you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Okay, so we broke up 2 days before Puerto Rico. He got me the trip for Valentine's Day. Don't really understand why he would get a trip to Valentine's Day if you don't fuck with me like that.
He was feeling hopeful.
Yeah, he was feeling really solid then.
I really want to go to Puerto Rico.
The week before, he was feeling solid. Yeah, a week later, we're just done.
Well, you have your theories of why.
I spotted my theories. Oh, what were my theories?
No, like, he visited his parents, and you think his parents were like, oh, if you don't want to marry her.
Oh, yeah, I think, like, people were like, oh my god, she's 29, she wants marriage and kids immediately.
Yeah.
Never said that.
Her biological
First of all, never said that. Second of all, never said that with you, bitch, first of all.
I don't want your children.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bitch, come, be serious. Like, we just never talked about that. We never talked about what I wanted. Like, I never even said I even wanted...
children.
Yeah, in that context.
Yeah.
So it's like... I just felt like he was projecting this future that I didn't even want, and I was like, but I'm not saying I want this, and now you're penalizing me.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think that he is a great person and we'll get along as friends. For sure. We have a lot of Kiki is in our future, I think.
I have a new pet peeve. When people answer questions for me in the comments, but they're answering it wrong.
Yes.
That's my pet peeve.
I agree.
Like, people will be like, how old is she? And someone will
This is a
respond,
pet peeve.
I think she's...
Early 30s?
Early 30s?
Is it early 30s
someone will be like, does she have a job? And they'll be like, I think she works in real estate. Or like something. I'm like, guys, you're giving wrong information.
Like, she's a model.
Yeah. I'm like, you're giving wrong information. Let me answer. Because usually I try to answer most questions. Like, if it's answerable, I'll try to answer it in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you let me get to it? I know me. I'm the professional.
Yeah.
Oh, why do men become gynecologists and plastic surgeons?
I think so.
YouTube? Yeah, perverts. I think
Perverts. Yeah, there's like
There's no
There's no
reason.
logical reason.
Have you ever been to a male gynecologist?
No.
I have.
They never
I had
will.
a woman. I had an emergency because I used to do this thing where I would get drunk and I would forget I had a tampon in, and
Smash.
I would smash, and the tampon would go up inside me, and I would forget about it for days. Toxic shock.
Stink.
Okay, so this happened to me for like the third time, and my female gynecologist couldn't fit me in, so I had to do this man. He was the most judgmental asshole, and I was so uncomfortable because they have to like reach, they have to clamp it. It was traumatizing.
Yeah, I would die. I would rather die. I would literally.
He's like, this happens often.
And plastic surgeons, like, you're gay. If you're a plastic surgeon, male plastic surgeon, you're literally gay. Like, you're obsessed with making women look a certain way. Like,
and male plastic surgeons are always ugly, which is interesting. Like, how
yourself.
are you gonna tell me I'm unsymmetrical?
Check yourself.
Well, you need to look in the mirror.
Check yourself.
How are you gonna do my nose job when your nose job isn't done?
That's all I'm saying. Prejudice against short kings?
Oh, somebody asked me this, like if I had prejudice against short kings, and my thought process behind this is like, I don't care if you're short, but you can't be short and like
Pick a
poor.
struggle.
You can't be short and poor. You can't be
Pick a
short and
struggle.
mean.
Pick a struggle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You short has to be like the last thing. You have to be like a great guy and short.
If you're short, you need to be
striving for perfection.
literally, yeah, just hitting all the marks, like nice, like blah, 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 and like loyal to your fucking girl, because if you get one, God bless her.
Treating her like a queen.
Yeah.
Like you're lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see that you're short, mean to your woman, broke, splitting things 50-50. Like that's just not good.
That's just ugly.
I'm prejudicing as that.
That's just ugly.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck short. Just kidding.
Yeah, so if you're short, you're screwed. Strive for perfection is what I'm saying.
I'm like, not me though.
Yeah.
You guys, not me
But
though.
what would you consider a short king?
Anyone under 6 foot?
Really? I would say a short king is under like 5'9", 5'9" or below.
I mean, that's short.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
saying.
short. But to get the king status, you gotta be a good guy.
That's so true.
According to TikTok, Bailey is a white witch.
White witch is in not my skin color.
Yeah, I was also confused. I was just as confused as you guys.
The tarot readers, I get these all the time. They're like, did you just start your period? I'm like, yes. And then they're like, it's the new moon, which means I'm a powerful manifester and I'm deep in my feminine energy.
Oh, hell yeah. I claim. Oh, hell yeah.
Literally, I was watching it while I was on the Stairmaster this morning, and I was like, they were like, now is a perfect time to manifest if you just start your period. I was like, oh my god, I need to be manifesting right now. I was like, manifesting on the Stairmaster.
Yeah, I already know I'm a fucking witch. I'm a manifest master. I was about to say something about you being a white witch. Amicable breakups. I've kind of already touched on that.
Touched on this.
Friendship breakups and bullying after.
Oh, I actually have. I think you can always tell if there's okay. If two people have a friendship breakup, the one that's guilty is the one that's constantly running away from the other person.
Yo, me and Bailey had a friendship. Really?
Yes, not even
Really? I had a friendship breakup last June.
Yeah,
It's crazy because
by association.
It's crazy because this bitch called me her sister, her soulmate. We were friends for a little bit over a year. She was like my ride or die BFF. Literally dropped me over the tiniest little argument ever, like that. Like, didn't even want to talk about
Tell them
it.
what the argument is.
You guys can tell me if I'm in the wrong, whatever. Basically, we had plans on a Friday night. I hadn't seen her in like 2 weeks, which is abnormal for us. Like, we're best friends. We're hanging out all the fucking time. She was also getting close to this new group of friends that I kind of was on the outskirts of. Like, they weren't really including me in anything.
Yeah.
So there were some instances from January to June where, like, I noticed they were, like, leaving me out a little bit. So Friday comes around, I text her, I'm like, oh my god, excited to see you later. Like, how are we feeling? Like, how'd you slumber? Like, shit like that. And she's like, just had a fight with my boyfriend. Like, I'm going to this girl's house in Rhode Island. Like, I just need to go. I was like, oh my god, bummer. Like, I thought we were gonna do something. And she was like, Kelsey?
She had like no remorse.
Yeah, she was like, Kelsey, don't make me feel bad about this. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, oh, like, it's no problem. Like, I guess I'm just free on a Friday night. Like, no problem. Like, it's fuck me, whatever.
Yeah. And
like,
she wasn't even invited to Rhode Island.
Yeah, she wasn't like, come with. Like, like, I was down. Like,
Yeah, you were free.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, she was just like, even if she invited me, I would have been like, okay, no, but like, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, it's always nice to be invited. I always say that.
But she was just like canceling on me and leaving me high and dry on a fucking Friday night. Whatever.
And she was also just being very shady anyways.
Yeah, and like she'd already been leaving me out and stuff, and so like, and I wasn't even being mean, like I was just like, it's whatever, like I'm bummed, clearly, like I don't know, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not upset.
I think you also said something like, will you at least say sorry? Like she was.
No, I didn't even say that. I was like, she was like flipping on her. She's being very victim mindset. Like she was like, I'm going through so much. Bitch, I was also going through a lot. Like I was in a toxic relationship. Like I was going through shit. Like I also have my own shit with my parents, my finances. Like I have my own shit. Like you're not the only one going through having issues. And like she was just making it all about her, being like, you know what I'm going through, like with her toxic relationship that she was really cheating on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going through, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, you vent to me about your boyfriend doing this to you when you come to him with a problem and he makes it
about him.
All of a sudden he's the victim. I was like, you're literally doing that to me right now where you canceled on me, you fucked me over, and now you're making yourself the victim. She was like, I can't believe you would say that, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm never speaking to you again. I was like, whatever. Let her go for the weekend, like, just cool off. Text her Monday this fucking paragraph being like, hey, you're my sister. I don't want to fight with you. I'm sorry I said some things. I know you said some things. I'd love to squash this. I don't want to fight. Never heard from her again. No response. Blocked me on everything.
Blocked me?
Yeah, blocked Bailey and everything. She was like, fuck me, fuck you.
But I was like, she's been thinking about not being your friend for a while because she was waiting for something.
She was waiting for some final straw.
Because nobody who's like that close with you would, just.
But it's so interesting because people are always like, oh my god, there's a red flag in women is girls that like are always constantly changing friend groups. And let me just say, there are two kinds of girls that always have trouble keeping friends or like changing friend groups. There's girls like this girl who literally seek out better opportunities and like they're opportunists. So like when they see something shiny, they immediately like, I want to be your best friend.
We had an old roommate like that.
Just like always looking for like the next best shiny best friend. And there's girls like me and Bailey who I feel like I'm always the shiny object and then I get dumped.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like.
But notice even like our ex roommate, she basically did the same thing, like ghosted us. Both of them, whenever we are accidentally in the same room, they both run away.
Yeah, they're like running from me when I didn't do shit to them. Like they're just like, it's like the guilt like is eating them alive. And they're like so awkward. Like I wouldn't even be awkward.
Well, they say guilty run.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do shit to you. I didn't do anything.
Like I have no beef.
Yeah, like in my head we have no beef.
Yeah. But I know for a fact the friend that blocked Kelsey makes her and that friend group make burner accounts to bully me on my social media.
I low-key hate Bailey.
I don't know why. I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I've only met that group probably like once or twice.
Yeah, never me. Like,
and I only hung out with the friend by myself once.
Yeah, bizarre. I was gonna say something about that.
That she did it with two of her other best friends.
Oh yeah, so the girl who I had a friendship breakup, she became my best friend because she broke up with her best friend of 10 years over the smallest fucking thing.
Just blocked her.
Blocked her after the smallest thing, 10 years. Then immediately after that, she was like, I want to be your best friend. And so then she latched onto me. And
but the odd thing was, like, she broke up with that girl, but she spent all of her time stalking her.
Like, going on, like, she blocked her and everything, but then she would, like, use all of her free time being on Insta Finder. And like,
stalking her. And, like, always knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I was always talking about her. I'm like, babe, I literally told her at some points, like, when we would go out and, like, she would get a little tipsy and she would, like, talk about the situation. I'm like, babe, it really doesn't feel that serious. I feel like you should reach out.
Yeah.
She'd be like, no. I'm like, I feel like you still want to be her friend. Like, you talk about her
all the time.
I was like, it feels like it's never over.
Yeah.
It's given that.
Yeah.
I was really like, babe, like, we can all be friends. Like, we can squash it.
Yeah.
Like, one thing about being, when you get older, shit don't matter. Like,
no,
shit
grudges
don't matter.
Grudges will kill you.
That's what I'm saying. Even with, like, this breakup, I'm like, shit, whatever. Like,
yeah, water under the bridge.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No harm, no
It does
foul.
not matter. Like, nothing matters.
Over the grand scheme of life, it does not matter.
Yeah.
It's like a blip.
I've literally had cereal on my shelf longer than how long I've known Luke.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I've had cereal since summer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to tell Mom. Like, she's like, I can't believe, like, is Kelsey gonna be okay? I'm like, it's 6 weeks.
I'm like,
they're barely done each other.
Saying. Like, we're good.
I'm like,
we just hung, like, the hard thing about me and Luke is that we hung out every single day, and he is genuinely a guy, like, I've never been able to look at a guy and been like, I like you as a, like, I fuck with you heavy enough that I would want to be your friend.
Yeah.
And even from the jump, I think I would tell you, I feel like I told you this, that I was like, oh, if me and him don't work out, like, I still like want him to get everything he wants. I still want to be his friend.
Yeah.
Like I just see him as like we are so similar and we kiki so like.
I always say you can be friends if you're not in love with each other.
Exactly. Precisely.
Like it's only when someone's heart is broken, or you don't want to be, if there's like a boy girl friendship, it can't be like the boy's like waiting for her.
Yeah, but
or, like,
yeah,
the
and
girl's
that's exactly. I
waiting
literally
for
told him that. I was like, but like I don't think that we would ever get like that because. Yeah, I just don't see like I
because
just
one time
yeah.
I was in a boy girl best friendship, and I remember specifically the guy kept being like, if I was in a relationship, she made me choose between my girl best friend like me or her, I would choose you. I was like, but what's the point of that? Like I don't want to choose you if I'm in a relationship. So that if it's like if there's love there, it can't work.
I agree.
You have to be able to like ditch the person.
But I do love Luke, but I love him deeply as a friend.
But you have to be okay with like ditching them.
Oh yeah, we've already had that
When push
conversation.
comes to shove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had that combo.
Because most like relationships.
Like he was like, well, what if one of us is in a relationship? I'm like, then it's bye.
Then we won't be.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll survive. See ya.
But it also would be hard if you like continue being friends. Like you got really used to like being friends still, and then they did get in a relationship, and then you don't see each other, and then you have to mourn the
But
friendship.
that's life.
Yeah.
That happens in normal friendships.
Yeah.
Like my friend Marsha's in a serious relationship now. I talked to her a quarter of what we used to talk to. That just happens.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure we would like catch up, like respond to an Instagram story, like you look well.
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
Yeah.
That's just life. You can't like not do something just because of like the future. That's literally like one of our big arguments, like when we're deciding whether or not to even be in a relationship. Like he's such an overthinker to where he's already planning our downfall months and years from now. I'm like, bro, like why are you thinking like this? Like you're so negative, Nelly. Like why are we thinking the worst? You gotta just live life, and when shit comes your way, you handle it.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way to live. You can't just like shelter yourself so like nothing bad ever happens to you.
I agree.
Like I literally said I would rather.
You have to go to life head on.
'Tis better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. And I stand by that.
It's all about just having life experiences. That's why I don't believe in like people like trying to talk you out of doing shit because like
Take
they've
risks.
done it before.
Yeah, take a risk.
Because things can work out differently for so many different people.
I
you know?
agree.
Everyone's different.
I agree. Wait.
Everyone's type of girls that can't. Oh, we already talked
I did
about
that.
that.
Period.
Period.
It was like a jump. That was a bridge.
We forgot to tell them. We have our first
First
brand trip! So I am, see, back to the white witch thing. I have been manifesting this. Literally, I got a manifestation journal. I've been journaling about brand trips and steady income. I got both. Isn't that crazy?
Woo!
It's crazy.
I'm manifesting now. I'm putting my head down.
I told you I sent you the gratitude like prompts.
Yeah.
Do that morning and night.
And I also been saying this every day. My name is Kelsey Souls, and only good things happen to me.
Period.
So even
But they say to be specific.
But it changes your mindset so much because even when something seems bad, like when Luke looked at me and said, "Let's be friends," I was like, "This is the universe's way of getting me." It's like in the long run, this is a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It makes you change your perspective. So even when something is like a bummer in the moment, you're like, "But it's for the bigger picture."
Well, they also say just be grateful for everything. Like he said that, but you're like, I'm grateful that I met you because you changed my perspective on what men can be.
He changed my perspective on having a guy as a friend.
Yeah.
And like, I never really respected men before, and I can say I respect him.
Yeah.
2, he got me out of my comfort zone with filming content, like our food reviews.
Yeah.
I would still enjoy doing those every once in a while with him if he's down. And 2,
If he's buying, you know.
for sure. I was like, yeah, you're still buying. And like getting out of my comfort zone, like filming outside my apartment,
Yeah.
kikiing, like it was fun to date someone that like I liked as a friend as well.
Yeah.
We had a strong kiki friendship too. So it really opened my eyes to that.
Yeah.
And like it gives me hope because I firmly believe that if you find something once, you can find something twice.
I agree.
Hell yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree. But I think it's gonna be a good season. Good.
I'm very positive about 2025 for
Me
us.
too.
I have very good vibes.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive.
I'm feeling very positive. I feel very ready for what the future holds.
But sorry that this video is late. So we're posting this now, and then we'll have a normal one Friday.
Later
too.
this week, yes.
But
Precisely.
we love you guys.
We love you.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And like, feel free to comment topics for us to talk about next time.
Oh yeah, give us
We need ideas
your
too.
top questions or like things that you want us to talk about. Comment below. But we love you guys.
We love you.
Bye.
Wanna have a threesome?